Hey, and welcome back to the ephemera hunt. I have been busy searching for the best ephemera all over the world, so how about we get to it? And we've got 4 different lots. So here we go. This first one is from Donkey Journals, and she's located in Norway. I'll pop the link in the description. So what I purchased were French partially handwritten and partially pre-printed doctor's accounts. So we can see the substances, the doctors, the number, the forms, the quantities. And the date on these is 1936. I always love the typography, like the actual typewritten print on them. She also did state in the listing that there would be browning on the edges of the paper, but that's perfect. It saves me from actually putting any distress inks on the sides. And it's a brilliant group, so that was 10 pages in this order. The postage is also incorporated into the price, so it's free shipping to Australia, so really well worth checking her out. She has a huge assortment of items. So this lot, perfect, big tick. This next lot is from Len's Crafty Life, and she's in the Netherlands. So what I purchased were 2 50 packs or pieces of original French ephemera and invoices. The pieces were from the 1920s to about 1942 and are all authentic. Most of them are handwritten and some are typed. They have original stamps on some of them also. And this is the first time I've purchased from Len's Crafty Life, so let's have a look what we have here. So it is an assortment of a pile of ephemera. So we've got little business cards, 1937 in French, great for a tuck spot. We also have some really nice stamped calligraphy, little invoice receipts, beautiful colours, great texture, some nice cards, great headers. I do like the fancier writing, of course. We will have a quick look through these. Beautiful stamps on them. I like the columns also. Some nice type print. Lovely scripted letters. 1940. Yeah, these are looking really great. So really happy. So I did order 2 bundles. I figured that will do me for ephemera for the next 300 journals. Can never have too much, and this gives me a great assortment. I could even stick them down and use as base pages also. So a lot we can do with these. So we'll just have a quick flip through so you can see the assortment. I can still see they're actually still for sale on Len's Crafty Life, and I will put the description in the bottom of the YouTube video, so perhaps if you wanted to purchase some that you could pop along also. The cost to ship these to Australia was $11.08, and it took about probably 3-4 weeks maybe at the most to receive these to Australia from Norway, so that's pretty good. And we do have a really great assortment. I did put a little note saying I'm working on a journal from the 1920s. If you could please accommodate some of those for that period, that would be wonderful, and she's certainly done that also. So we'll just flick through, see the great assortment, give you an idea if that's the type of ephemera that you're looking for also. Great handwritten, perfect, great variety. Really love the old ones. Beautiful, beautiful typography, type print. Can't get this sort of stuff in Australia. It's really difficult, and it is getting harder to find. So I am letting you in on my secrets. So that's pack number 1 done and dusted. Let's open pack number 2 and see what we can find in here. I'm pretty happy with everything I've seen so far. The next best thing to finding all these bits and pieces is being able to enable you to find these sort of treasures as well. I never knew where to buy anything from when I first started junk journaling. It was like you'd see all these really great items used in journals and you never knew where to purchase them from. So I'm happy to pass on the details so you too will be able to join the ephemera hunt. And I'd love to see what you find as well. I do have a Facebook page, so more than welcome to pop over and let me know. I'd love to see and share in your hunt too. These are just beautiful, like absolutely gorgeous. Really great headers on them. Great bits of different scraps of paper too. I'm always happy with those. You know, for the price I paid, I'm really, really happy. Really well worth it. So I'll just flick through so you can see the range of what I've got. I love the blue, perfect for a French album I'm going to be doing. So when I find bits and pieces that will particularly suit something that I have in the plans or in the future, I keep them in a separate box. And then that way I can just pull out the box and I'll have all the assorted ephemera that would suit the colour or the type or the age range that I'm doing. So all in all, this pile is fabulous. Definitely purchase from her again. So we'll move on to the next find. Now this one is a book that I bought from eBay. At the time that I purchased, I wasn't quite aware of how much the postage was going to be. The book was really, really reasonable. The postage, not so much. But anyway, let's open it and see how we go. Now, this guy packaged this like it was Fort Knox. I've never had to unwrap such a difficult parcel in all my life. He definitely made it so it wasn't going to get damaged and I wasn't going to open it too easily either. So I'll fast forward a bit of this because this absolutely took forever to get into. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty of what I purchased. It's a hardback book and the title is The Girls' Own Annual, Volume 2. It was published by the Girls' Own Paper Office in London between 1880 in October and August in 1881. It also includes a special Christmas part apparently. So let's have a look what is in here. So it's actually in really good nick. So we can see that Girls' Own Annual 1881. So that's a pretty incredible bit of history. So we'll open it up. So one great thing to do is open them up and see the annotations in the front of the cover. So we can see that she lived in Leeds and it was the last part of the century, 1800s. So these were magazines and families had them bound into volumes. So this one's got the most beautiful picture plates, absolutely gorgeous. Really, really lovely, or engravings I think they call them. Really nice headers, and we can see the date. Has absolutely beautiful pictures in it. So we'll just have a quick flip through and we'll see what sort of pictures, typography. I've got my fingers crossed that it's really what I was hoping for. So this is actually looking pretty special. This is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous, the writing, the printing, the pictures. This is spring, so maybe it's going to have sections like spring, autumn, summer. We'll have a look as we go through. So the pictures are just stunning. Really, really lovely. A couple quick facts about these books. So back then, there was no Google for the girls to learn anything from or ask questions. So they used to write in and ask questions to their problems. It also had information on sewing, embroidery, it had patterns, how to decorate a home, simple medical advice. It had also etiquette, social behaviour, useful tips this page is. So a huge amount of information for young women back then. So we'll just look at a couple more pages and then we'll get on to the next part of my ephemera hunt. So all in all, I am really happy with this book. Absolutely gorgeous, beautiful pictures. And I did notice that the letters, it has large letters with like large typography around them, which is absolutely gorgeous. You'll see in this example here. So anyway, I'm sure I'm going to enjoy this book and read it and use it beautifully in journals to come. So what I've ordered here are some cigarette cards, they're called, and they were roses ones. And these are back from about the 1920s, I can gather 1926. It's actually cheaper to order these from eBay than it is to buy in Australia. So I did find this selection and they look pretty good. You can't tell what you're buying sometimes. Photos aren't true to themselves, so I was holding my breath when I received these and they all looked really good. Minimal foxing, pretty clean for their age, and a great variety of roses. So these were once put in cigarette packs. Every time you bought a pack of cigarettes, you'd find a card in it. So it was like a collectible or an incentive, I suppose, maybe like the Woolies Kids tokens that they get now, or the Lego bricks. But for adults, cigarettes, they had these cigarette cards. So this is a roses. So this is the full set of Will's Roses 1926 cigarette cards, and they all look in pretty great condition. So let's move on to the next find in the ephemera hunt.